So it's been a little while since we've done a video update as it relates to the pandemic. So we wanted to bring you up to date on a couple of things that have changed. The governor just finished with a press conference just a little bit ago, and I'll tell you that there's no significant impact, no changes for the healthcare arena. So for healthcare settings, no real changes as it relates to that particular press conference. But there's a couple of other things that we want to touch on and make sure that you're aware of. First of all, if you weren't aware, a couple of weeks ago when the latest emergency declaration was made, changes were made to the telehealth section. So there were significant changes that were made to the telehealth section. Primarily, what it changed were things that have not been addressed in the new telehealth law that passed in this last General Assembly. And what that means is basically the no cost sharing portion of the mandate has actually been fully removed. Now, what does that mean? It means that each one of the carriers can begin to collect copays, deductibles, etc., all of the cost sharing components as they relate to telehealth, where they weren't able to do that for the vast majority of this particular pandemic. And so through the executive orders that began as far as the telehealth side of things, I believe late last March, early April of 2020, extended through, I believe, July 22nd of 2021. And then that's when the change occurred. So carriers can start to require patients to pay their co-payments, their cost sharing portions direct, for those services, for the telehealth services. So know that those cost sharing provisions have now gone away. You may want to make your patients, if you're doing telehealth in your practice, make your patients aware that that's coming. Blue Cross Blue Shield is delaying the start of that until beginning on August 16th of this year. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois patients will have to pay their copays, deductibles, etc., their cost sharing portions for telehealth visits beginning on, again, August 16th. And that was just recently announced by Blue Cross Blue Shield. You'll have to check with your other carriers of which you're PPO members of to find out what they're going to do in regards to this change and shift in the mandates as they're structured. A couple of quick reminders as far as everything else is concerned. Remember, healthcare settings still require that the state and the CDC both still require in the healthcare setting that masks are worn by staff, doctors, and patients. So inside of your practices, everybody should still be wearing masks. That's pretty important. Additionally, in order to avoid all of the stringent requirements under OSHA's guidelines and the ETS that was submitted in June, you want to make sure that you're still screening all of your patients. Ask them the questions. Yes, take their temperature. And then, of course, if they are symptomatic, then you would not allow them to enter your office. And that will help you having to jump through many of the hoops that are required under OSHA's new ETS that was put out in June. As an independent healthcare facility, that's the way some of this plays. So again, changes to telehealth, continue to mask up in your practice, and continue to screen your patients. We'll catch you next time.